What is combat sport? A combat sport is a sport where two people fight each other using specific skills and rules. Examples include boxing, wrestling, judo, and fencing. What is fencing? Fencing is a combat sport that involves two competitors using bladed weapons to score points by making contact with their opponent. It is one of the oldest Olympic sports and is known for its speed, strategy, and precision. Benefits of fencing: strong body, improves reflexes and coordination, make friends, builds teamwork and camaraderie. Achievement: enter the competition and get medals. Strengthening: it engages muscles in the legs, core, and arms, improving overall strength and flexibility. Mentality: develops focus and concentration. Health: burns calories and aids weight management. Target area: a light, flexible weapon with a small, circular handguard. Points are scored by hitting the opponent with the tip of the blade. Only the torso, chest, back, and shoulders is a valid target area. Right-of-way rules determine who can score a point in simultaneous attacks. Épée target area, a heavier weapon with a larger handguard. Points are scored by hitting the opponent with the tip of the blade. The entire body is a valid target area. No right-of-way rule, whoever lands a hit first gets the point. Sabre, target area, a cutting weapon with a curved handguard. Points can be scored with both the tip and the edge of the blade. The valid target area includes everything above the waist, torso, arms, and head. Right-of-way rules apply, making it a fast-paced and aggressive discipline. Piste measurement, dimensions and sizes. Fencing pistes have an overall competition length of 45.93, 14 meters, and width between 4.92, -6.56, 1.5 to 2 meters. Fencing on guard lines are 78.75, 2 meters, from the center, and warning zones are 78.75, 2 meters, from the end of the piste. The total contest area of a fencing piste is 21 to 28 square feet, 2 to 2.6 square meters. Fencers must wear protection gear, including fencing jacket, chest guard, plastron, underarm protector, glove, weapon hand only, mask with metal mesh and bib, breeches, pants covering below the knee, fencing shoes. Fencers must wear electrical gear, including electrical jacket, body wire, crocodile pin, saber mask, saber gloves,